Hello everyone and welcome to round 10 of VR Room's Gt300 League. I'm Dave Higgins, going to take you through the main race highlights as per normal. We've got a good big full grid here, 12 cars on the grid today out of a maximum of 15 I believe which can join. That includes the race marshal of course. We are at Daytona Road Course, so it's a nice good fast track this one, lots of tight twisty bits though. Quite a technical circuit, but very flat, to be honest with you, quite a high-speed circuit. The running order for today's race is on pole position in Team Rosso Racing is VRDM JH. In second is VR Race 42 in the MR2. Scalebreaker and Jordan following up in third and fourth. Qualification in fifth for Genobi. Sixth for the second Team Rosso Racing car VR Badger. Seventh for N10. VR Stuntman in eighth. Ninth Lockie. 10th Rick GT5, 11th Rhesus, and at the back a welcome return to JB Player 1 in the final Team Rosso car. So 3 strong Team Rosso here, and they've changed the car to the MR2 as you probably all noticed from the last video, and it seems to be working, or it does at least for DM. So I'm going to set it as I see it and play it through, whole 12 laps hopefully, but we'll just see how it goes. Fantastically crisp circuit here at the road course at Indy. We'll see them go, and we're away now. DM leading from race from scale now. It's looking like it's quite tight there on the left of the shot. It's looking like DM's got an absolute hunker of a start. He's absolutely flying down the field. He's having to defend though from VR Race, so DM is defensive, very tight into the first corner. Do all the players make it round in one piece? Well, yes they do. Someone slightly off in the background, but that might have been Genobi actually having a little bit of a tap from the rear. Probably from Stuntman I would have thought, because he's quite close to him. So we're going round now towards the midsection of the circuit, quite a heavy braking zone here. Very deceptive long sweep to the left. Scalebreaker has nabbed Race, and so has Badger, so Rosso racing to position 1 and position 4 so far. They look absolutely magnificent as they're going down the back straight now. Now this bit they're coming towards here, very technical couple of S-bends really, couple of hairpins, very slow speed. DM having to defend quite radically from Scalebreaker. Scalebreaker of course going for the title. I believe he can take the title here at this race. So, oh, and that's close. Scalebreaker rubbing all over the back of DM. It'd be worth looking at the back of that. And the field already quite spread out. We've got DM and, oh, we've got yellow flags called. I've missed an incident there. We need to rewind, and I need to go back in the pack. Yellow flags called on lap 1 of 2. Oh, you're joking. It's gone all the way back to the beginning. That's shocking. I'll tell you what, we'll watch the mid-pack, see if we can figure out exactly what went off. We're looking at, we're on board with N10's car, who's in the mid-pack at the moment. So replay of the start, ladies and gentlemen, because it's rewound the entire lap, surprisingly. Didn't expect it to do that. We'll go on board, in fact we'll go on board further down the field. We'll go on with Rhesus, and we'll go on his roof cam just to see if we can try to whoops a daisy, sorry everybody. We'll see if we can just try to figure out exactly what happened. So we're on board with Rhesus here. He's in 10th, so there's only 2 players behind. So there was obviously some kind of a coming together into those S-bends, or on the exit of the S-bend just before the long straight. So we'll have to try to figure out exactly what went happen. It was bad enough for Marshall to call the yellow flags, which slowed everybody down. So let's just have a look. Probably going to have to skip a few laps as well through this race, I would have thought. So many apologies for that. I don't quite know what's gone wrong, but we're about to find out anyway. So keep your eyes on the screen, guys, and see what we can see. Oh, a bit of a wobbly moment from Rhesus there. Looking ahead, everybody looks like they're making it pretty cleanly around the 2 S-bends. Now the incident, whatever it was, happened here, so let's just have a look. And we've got contact between Stuntman and Jordan, I think. Jordan and N10 right there at the back of the field. Big damage been picked up, so they've obviously collected each other somehow. Great shame for those 2, but I think what you'll see now is they'll both end up going into the pits to repair their cars, and here they are, they're going in. So not quite sure what happened. I'm reluctant to rewind it if I'm honest, because that took me back an entire lap, which I could have really done without, but never mind. So that's the first incident, an incident between N10 and Jordan. Probably a racing incident. I think there's somebody else in the pits there as well. I'm not sure who it is at the moment, but there is somebody ahead of them. I'll try to get on board with that if I can. And it's Stuntman. Stuntman is up. I've just missed him again. Stuntman is in the pits as well, getting fixed here at... oh, lots of pit crews waving there. There's a hell of a lot. That's Jordan and Stuntman just... sorry, that's Jordan and N10 coming into the pits. Stuntman now leaving. So we'll go to the leaders now, and we've got DM being the pace car here. But we've had the release. I have skipped a lap, ladies and gentlemen, just for time's sake, I'm afraid. So going down into the first corner, and Badger has taken the lead from DM. We kind of missed that, or I missed that. I was monologuing. So Badger in the lead of the race. So it's Team Rosso Racing 1-2 from... sorry, it's not. Sorry, it's Badger and VR Race then DM. So it's Team Rosso Racing 2-3. Sorry, 1-3. Scalebreaker 4th now, knocked back a little bit. Fantastic image of all these MR2s and the Lexus flying down there. Up on the inside, DM doing a good job. Raced has run wide, so that's put DM and Badger through. Oh no, Raced is in the lead, sorry, so DM went wide. Getting a little bit confused with them because they're all the same colour car this time. But undoubtedly, you know, this MR2 is the way to go. I think it's a pretty powerful car. It handles very well. Side-by-side stuff for DM and Raced. Let's go on the back of Race car. I'll have DM tight up behind him. Oh, fantastic shot of the pack as they go through the midsection S. It's very slow and frustrating here. You've got to just go through in second gear, coaxing the car around and not get too aggressive. So Race has pulled out a decent lead, although he's drifted a little bit there, and that'll get DM and Badger sucking in. Badger is the car ahead. DM is in third, poking his little sneaky Badger nose out, and Scalebreaker is in amongst it as well. Now DM has elected to go really wide there. Now Scalebreaker is slightly on the inside, and look at Badger meantime being sucked in, and past he goes. There's no way Race can have any answer from that. If we look from the outside shot, we've got VR Badger, VR Race, Scalebreaker, DM, Lockie, Genobi, Resus. Fantastic stuff. I doubt Badger's going to stay in the lead. We've got Race on the inside, and Race will surely make the hole. DM locking up, massive lock up from DM. Oh, and that's knocked him down to 5th place. He only just avoided the back of Scalebreaker then. Only just avoided the back of Scalebreaker. That was nearly a massive accident. Toad just outbraked himself. We're still on with VR Badger now at the front of the pack. We'll go on the back of Badger's car just to see Scale attacking. Pretty certain Scale will tie up the title here. I don't think Stuntman's close enough, or Lockie, who are high up. There you go, the normal light flashing, the kind of intimidation stuff that Scale loves to do. Personally, I take it in good humour. I don't know whether it winds anybody else up, but oh my word, we've got massive accident in the background. I'm going to have to clip to that. Something's really kicked off there in the background. Didn't see it, but I have a feeling the marshal may well call yellow flags for that. But actually, no, we're still under race conditions, are we? Or are we warming up? No, we're warming up with Badger in the lead, so second yellow flag there. We're going to go to the back of the pack. I want to find out exactly what happened if I can. So we'll go on board with Stuntman, and we'll go on the outside shot, just have a look at the back of the pack, because the incident was definitely there. That was DM's lock-up. In fact, we're going to go on board with... I'll go on board with Rick GT5, and we'll go on his roof cam. So let's have a look. He's got N10 behind. We've got ahead is Rick GT5. Then we've got Stuntman. Then we've got Resus. Oh no, we're on board with Jordan. I apologise. So that's Rick GT5 ahead. VR Stuntman and and Jordan planting one down the inside. Very well done. Rick GT5 drifted quite wide there. The key here is to keep it tight to the apex. By the way, now what happened? We've got one of the Salikas has lost it. It's No, it's Resus. I think it's Resus. Yeah, Resus has lost it. I'm pretty sure it was Resus. I get confused with the colour of the cars. Yes, it was. Resus lost it. He went out on that white bit, that yellow bit at the side. Very hard to hold it there. There's just no grip at all. So the rear wheels spun up and he spun out. Absolutely shocking that. But that's racing for you. So we have yellow flags, ladies and gentlemen, again. And again, what you'll see now is VR Badger as pacemaker. bunching all the cars up, keeping the tyres as warm as possible. You'll see him weaving, you can see them all weaving, trying to keep their tyres warm and keep the temperatures in there. So for those of you who don't know about motorsport, you have to do that, because when you've got tyre temperature, you've got warm sticky rubber equals grip. So that's why the players are doing it. So Badger going to have to keep his cool there. We will fast forward a lap, onto lap 5 of 12. We don't have the release yet, unfortunately. So we'll continue forward on lap 6 of 12. We have got the release now. So we are go, go, go at Indianapolis Road Course yet again on lap 6 of 12. Scalebreaker into the lead now. He's got past VR Badger. DM still back in 4th. But Team Rosso Racing fighting back hard with Badger as they come around the midsection of the circuit. Now Badger keen to do a really good job here. Been running in substandard machinery really of Team Rosso Racing, if we're honest. They've worked hard and done a lot of testing of DM and JB. JB has actually dropped out of this race, interestingly enough. He must have just had enough and parked it up, so it's a shame for JB, but I'm sure he's still along trackside and watching, having a good old peruse at the action. So Badger from race from DM trying to get Scale. Now let's get on the back of Scale's car just to see the train behind. So we are looking at Badger, Raced and DM. Closely followed by Lockie Ginobili and N10. If we get on the back of DM's car, we will be able to see that. So there we've got, in fact I'll get on the back of Lockie's car. We've got Lockie, Ginobili, N10 and Jordan. Well, let's go to the outside view just to give these guys that little bit of airtime. Of course, it's just as tight and furious, fast and furious at the back as it is at the front. Now this is just a constant radius left-hand corner. I remember famously here, I think it was back in 2004, where the Formula 1 race didn't get run because there was some kind of a ding-dong with Bridgestone and Michelin tyres, and Michelin pulled out of the race, and the only Bridgestone runners with Ferraris, and it may well have been the Jordans, although I can't remember. Yeah, I'll have to check on that on the internet. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But it's got a lot of history, this circuit, of course, and it's a lot of side-by-side action. But look at the good close racing you're getting here at vrroom.org. If you're joining us for the first time, please get on the web, join vrroom.org, and you can be part of this good, high-octane online motorsport action. VRroom, the home of online motorsport, ladies and gents. So it's tight there. Jordan is tight up behind N10, I believe. Is that N10 in the lead? It is. No, it's Jordan in the lead now. Jordan has just stuck into 4th. So Jordan trying to chase down Scale here, obviously. Now Scale is the next guy up the road. He's in 3rd place. So Jordan sniffing a podium. Now that's the yellow bit I was on about, that bit of tarmac there. Don't get on that at all if you're playing the game for the first time or in real life, because it's very, very slippy. There's no grip. You've really got to back out of it. And that's why, unfortunately, we had that loss of control there, and it caused that second yellow flag. So meantime, we have Mr. Raced back up into the lead with DM close behind. Let's get on the back of that, because that's a rubbish camera shot, that one. So Raced again into the lead with DM and Scale. VR Badger has dropped down, so we missed that, unfortunately. Badger must have had some kind of an incident or a coming together there. He's dropped out of the equation. In the meantime, you're seeing DM getting pulled in with a slipstream. Now, just to explain the slipstream, you're seeing it here in operation as DM pings one to the outside. The slipstream is where the car in front punches a hole in the air, and that enables the car behind to be dragged along and sucked in, and then when it pings out, it uses all that additional speed just to overtake, and you're seeing it there into the first corner, and my word, that's close side-by-side stuff. DM just out-braking, Raced into the first corner there. So it's DM from Race from Scale, from N10 from Jordan, from Stuntman from Badger. I think it's time now, guys, to have a look at the live timings just to see who's got the fastest lap of the race. And the fastest lap of the race is a 1:36.648. So it is from DM. Not only did DM set pole position here in the new Rosso racing car, the MR2, he's also currently the fastest man on track. So that's one to watch, ladies and gents. Leading the race, of course, currently as well, I believe. Oh, and there's a big accident, Race 42. There's an incident there. We'll have to have a look at that from the outside. Sorry, monologuing on the wrong bit at the wrong time. So I'm going to get on with that. Let's have a look here. It's from Race and in fact, we'll look at it from the back of DM's car because they're right behind. So DM there has just been outbraked. So we're on board now for the action. Let's just see. I think Scale come off a little bit less unscathed than Raced did. So Raced is now trying to plant one down the inside. Scale tight up behind. We're going to have a really good view for this replay, guys. Now, there must have been contact between them, but where was it? So Raced in the red MR2, Scale in the blue Lexus. Let's have a look. Scale is got the cutback. Scale's just a tiny little tap wide, and that's made Race lose control. And oh, terrible racing incident. Terrible racing incident. And yes, you can see Scale there flashing his lights out of apology, I think. Maybe, but I'm not sure he had that much to apologise for. We have got a yellow flag there. It was 6 to 1 and half a dozen of the other, that one, to be honest with you. Just that little tap from Scale, unintentional, I'm sure, tapped Race wide onto that yellow stuff, and it's going to be very difficult for him to keep that. And then it just ended up, it just accelerated, and one thing led to another there, to be honest with you. So we have 3 yellow flags now. The rules here of VR Room is we only get 3, so there's not going to be another one after this. I'm going to clip forward a couple of laps, I'm afraid. We're still under yellows. You can see there all the cars weaving in the background, I'm sure. Scale still flashing his lights. He goes crazy in that car. He goes really, really crazy. Unfortunately for Raced, he's now at the back of the pack. So let's do a restart here. So lap 10, lap 11 and 12 will be on board for. We've got N10 alongside DM on lap 11 of 12. Into the first corner we go. And it's DM holding the line. Oh, it's very congested there, very congested. Any one of those top 4 cars could win that. Raced is doing a good job, by the way, fighting back. He's now in 9th place. So big shout out for VR Race. Keep that going, fella, and I'm sure you'll get up. We've still got 2 laps to go just. So VR DM leads in Team Rosso Racing from N10 from Scale, from Stuntman from Badger. No more yellow flags will be called, of course. The race marshal know that, so do all the players. So you've got to be ultra careful if you're involved in an incident. This time it's just tough. That could be race over. So you've got to be ultra careful. I do think that all the issues today really in this race have all been just racing incidents. I don't think anything has been through bad driving, if I'm honest. Certainly that's the word from the marshal, and I think that's the feeling around the paddock as well. It's just good competitive racing that we're seeing. DM, a bit of understeer there as he goes round the corner. N10 is close though to DM, very, very close as we come round to the back straight. Oh, and N10's got a big run on DM actually. You may see N10 have a bit of a stab here because he's going to get the slipstream. Now I doubt DM can hold the lead down here. That MR2 is fast in a straight line, but so are those Wed Sport Toyota Celicas. So it's DM from N10 from Scale, from Stuntman, from Badger, from Jordan, Lockheed, Shinobi, Race, Gt300 and Rhesus. Fantastic view as they come round for the penultimate time down the start-finish straight here at Indianapolis Road Course. The Heart of America, and here he goes. DM going ultra defensive. He's forcing N10 round the outside. Oh, be the last on the brakes. Oh my word! Oh, and he's given it. He's yielded that one. DM's living to fight another day with that one. Fantastic outbreak. Oh, a bit of a contact there, but N10 has got away with it. DM's backed out of it, allowing that position back, I think. Again, that was a bit of a rub, just like what happened to Scale and Race back in that incident. It's a little bit of a rub, non-intentional. That just happens. That's motorsport for you. So DM has dropped back to 4th now. So DM's chance of winning this race has really gone backwards, but it's gone on the inside of Jordan, and he's done the cutback on Badger, and now he's back up into 2nd. So it's not looking that bad. Try to avoid the yellow stuff as you go out here. Everyone does. Jordan only just does. Everyone's sliding out of the back as they're going round there. Jordan looking very handy. Scalebreaker meanwhile has dropped back to 6th place. So 12 of 12. We seemingly are going to see a winner in N10 in the Wed Sport Toyota Celica. There's quite a big gap to the guys behind, to VRDM and Jordan. Jordan looking handy for a podium here. I wonder if he can actually pull that off. This is a terrible camera shot. Come on, get off his camera shot now. Let's just see something from the outside, please, Mr. PlayStation. We're not seeing it, so I'm going to have to sort that out myself. So behind, we've got DM, Jordan, VR Badger. Now DM surely is too far back to get picked up in the slipstream, but we do know that MR2 is extremely fast, so this could be close over the line. It looks like he's getting sucked in a little bit, though. We'll go to the outside shot for this. Let's just have a look. And indeed, he is getting sucked in. He's getting sucked in. We may see DM just ping one over the line. That line can't come soon enough for N10. That line can't come soon enough. He's pinged out to the side, and DM just nicks it on the line. He's going to just nick it. Unbelievable victory for DM. First of the season, N10 2nd, Jordan 3rd, VR Badger, followed by Stuntman, Race, Shinobi, Lockie, Scale, Rick, and Rhesus. Well, That was a race, ladies and gentlemen. That really was a race. Indianapolis. What an absolute ding-dong. So that, I believe, does tie up the title for Mr. Scalebreaker. So we have a new champion in Mr. Scalebreaker, I think. I'll just look at that again on another video, but I think he's tied up the title there. So the podium positions are DM are winning, N10 second, and Jordan third. Fantastic race from everybody. Hope to see you soon for the next round. Thanks very much for watching. And the next round is coming from Montegui East, so that should be good. Thanks very much.